So let's talk about Social CRM. My name is Paul Baptist. I'm a Senior Business Analyst with CDC. Pivotal Social CRM. What on earth are we doing? We don't just integrate. We want to be able to take action, take advantage, take initiative, and take notice. All right? So not just about integrating with things, but also being able to do something with it. The typical things that we always have, this is Pivotal CRM. And this is built on our new platform. So if you want to learn a little bit more about Pivotal CRM, feel free to come and see us as well. But I'll be focusing specifically on our Social CRM application. So we actually added as a module onto the platform, just a little bit like this. We enable you to gain access to functionality directly within the platform. So as a user of the CRM system, you're not having to go to a different login to something else or anything like that. It's all built into the same platform. And you access it very much the same way. Yes, we can do all the typical things like, be able to pop a screen directly to the person's Facebook page. So incidentally, when I did the screenshot, I was logged in as Kathy Green. Kathy Green is one of our demo people in the system. So again, if you want to know what's going on with Social CRM for Pivotal, you can go to Facebook and be her friend, and you'll start to see, we start to put announcements on there as well. Okay, so Kathy Green, I'm logged in as her, by the way. So I can see her on Twitter, all right? And of course, I can also see her on LinkedIn if I want to. But one of the things that we've got is we can also allow you to link your contacts. So all your consumers, you can link them to their Facebook pages as well. So we've got this task pad here that enables you to go straight on there. One of these items is a little bit difficult to see, but one of them says online presence. So you go to John Black, this is John Black's record, and you want to see what his online presence does. We actually take feeds directly from Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn. We can do blog searches of him. But we actually take feeds. We can now start to see what did he say on Twitter, what did he say on Facebook, etc. So you can start to see, here we go, that's Facebook, LinkedIn. And we can also see how many followers he has, because that's one of the things that we're going to take advantage of slightly later, and I'll show you that. That's his Facebook page. Again, you're seeing all of these things within the CRM system as well. So we're trying to minimize the need to have to go to somewhere else, because you want to do this. You want to engage with these people at that level while you're looking at their records. No point having to keep switching screens. And of course, now that we can see all this information, what on earth do we do with it, right? There's no point just seeing it. You want to be able to action it as well. One of the things we've added now is the ability for you to take wall posts, tweets, and to action them. Now, this is just an example, but directly from the tweet page, you can actually go off and create a lead. Maybe they've said they're interested in one of your products. Create the lead out of it. You can actually create another task, or maybe create a support incident if there's a support issue for one of your products. So directly off the tweets. I mean, like I was talking to some people earlier today. Do you guys see the, I think there was some research that was done by Mashable that said that it is the negative impact of a tweet that is responded to immediately drops by about 50%. Don't ask me how they actually measured that, but that's what they posted on their website. And I think that to some extent that's true, because I put myself in that position. And I'm thinking, if I had something bad to say, like about my Samsung laptop, I put that comment out there, and if they came back to me immediately and said, thanks, Paul, we understand, but this is what we're doing about it, I think I'm sated a little bit. I may not be happy, but I think my anger is sated. So that's one of the things that we wanted to be able to do, for you to do, to be able to see something and then to action it straight away as well. All right. Now, this list here is not a finite list. If you want, the ability to, let's say, create something into your ERP systems or into your supply chain systems, there's no reason why this list couldn't expand more. But it enables people to action it straight away. It's just like click, drop down, bang. Here's an example of how we've allowed the system to create a task within Outlook. So I just wanted to show you this because the way we integrate with Outlook now with the Pivotal 6 platform is actually quite good. That section there is what you commonly see as Outlook, right? But we've added into the task pane the ability for you to link directly to specific records. Okay, so not only am I creating an action for a specific person, I'm actually linking it to their CRM record as well. And then, of course, this section down here, I haven't got anything in there, but you can start capturing CRM information directly from Outlook too. So if you want to see how we integrate with that, do feel free to come by our booth. Then, of course, once you've done the social media update, you actually want to capture it. Now, there are so many tweets in the world out there, right? Like I said, 50 million tweets a day or 50 million Facebook posts a day. You don't want all those 50 million records sitting inside your CRM system. But the important ones you do want. So you're able to capture specific tweets, a specific post by your contacts and actually assign them and link them to your system too. You can actually start to track, categorize them. We've got this thing that's called sentiment, whether it's a neutral thing, whether it's actually maybe a positive thing or a negative thing. And that should enable you to kick off processes as well within your CRM system. Imagine this scenario. You have two prospects, or you have a customer and a prospect, and you have an opportunity with the prospect. Great news. What you don't know is whether this customer knows this prospect or not. But how much better would that relationship be if you could? Right? So imagine on a company record here, again, this is just a company. You have the same social media capability directly while you're looking at a company as well. But now you're able to say, look at the company Facebook page if you want. You can also try to consolidate tweets for all the contacts within that company. So tell me, like if they had 50 employees and they're all tweeting about different things, let's have a look at the big view. I mean, one of the things we could do here, for example, is have a list of all the Gartner analysts and see what they're tweeting about. And maybe if they're talking about pivotal CRM and it's a great thing, it's a positive thing that they're saying, we could actually action that by creating a task and maybe send them a bottle of champagne or something. Well, although technically we're probably not allowed to do that, right? But yeah, we could do things like that too. Taking a step further, we can also now see through the capabilities within Facebook and Twitter the relationships that our contacts have with each other. So from our CRM system, we may not know that, for example, I know Shobha. But outside of work, maybe Shobha and I play golf. Or do you play golf? No? Sewing? We go Saturday sewing class or something like that. But we can start to see those kinds of relationships as well. All right? So you can start to see how John Black, who's a contact of mine, is linked to employees within the same business. The larger our businesses are, the less connected our employees are to each other. For example, in Northern Rock, for example, like you have thousands of employees. How do we know that Paul and Shobha and Patrick know each other in any way? All right? So you can actually see how we're connected with other employees. You can see how we're connected with other contacts through Facebook, through Twitter. And of course, taking that a step further, imagine how good that would be if we were able to see it in a sales situation. Right? So you have a sales opportunity. You can see who the contacts are and how they're linked to each other. You can also take it a step further and say who the influencers are in a sales opportunity. Someone may not be a decision maker, but they certainly have a lot of influence. How are they connected? Maybe their kids share the same locker at school. All right? So showing those kind of relationships are probably a really good thing and will help us get to the businesses that we need to get to. Taking initiative. From within the CRM system, you're now also able to send posts directly out into the social media world. So a single place, put out a post, you can send it out through your Twitter account, your Facebook account, your LinkedIn account. One of the things we're trying to get here is so that you have a standard message that will go out. Your single message out to multiple places. And of course, the typical things that you would want to do, link it, track it, set statuses, action it as well. What we've also added is the ability for you to post Facebook events. Okay? Unfortunately, Twitter doesn't have that sort of a event capability, and neither is LinkedIn yet, but Facebook certainly does. And in the same way that you rely on your customers, friends, and their ability for them to sort of get the message out there for you, creating a Facebook event directly from your CRM system enables you to do a couple of things. So, create it from there. Here are some of the typical Facebook information that you might get. You have the ability to specify dates and times if you need to, and also publish. So you can publish it to Facebook. You can publish it to other media if you want, and set it out so that make sure that a Twitter post is directly linking you towards Facebook. And then, of course, that's where the Facebook page is once you publish it. And that's what it looks like, all right? And immediately you should be able to start seeing things like, how many confirmed guests if you have them, and to track all of those from within your CRM system as well. Now, additionally, what we also allow you to do is to be able to invite your CRM contacts to a Facebook event. All right, and hence being able to try to get them to, because the fact that they're in your CRM system doesn't mean that you know what their Facebook accounts are or anything like that at all. But by doing it like this, you now have access to that capability too. Okay, the ability to link their Facebook account to their contact record. So select maybe a system search and say, all those people who live in a specific area, let's invite them to this particular Facebook event. You can also invite Facebook friends to go there. So if my login has 700 friends, then I could invite them as well. They might not have anything to do with my business per se, but they certainly could be a possible market for me to sell into. And then of course, once you've invited people, you want to make sure you can track it, right? So Facebook allows us to do that too. So how many people are attending, how many have declined, and how many, saying maybe how many you haven't responded to. So we can start to use the Facebook's capability for managing events directly within our CRM system as well. Lastly, I just want to talk to you about Twitter and what capability we've got there. So tweet searches. Now this can be something that can be automated. So you could actually create a set of keywords that you want to be able to search Twitter for. And these will come up like a list like this, and you'll be able to action it. So you could do searches, specific searches, and then go off in action. Okay? So whether it's a complaint, and one of our tools within our sister companies is CDC Respond that allows us to create a complaint directly into that platform as well. Lastly, reporting. Okay, so once you've done all of this activity, how do you keep track of it? And how many posts are you getting? How many are open? How many are new? Who's been doing all the posting for you? So the CRM platform also enables you to get reporting directly through your SharePoint web parts. Okay, so whatever reporting tool that you want to use, you should be able to get that and display it directly within the system too. So I want to leave you again with this other message. I know we talked about CRM and what it is about and how pivotal social CRM is able to help you get to this point. But Paul Greenberg again said, the 360-degree view of the customer is no longer the holy grail, but it's a prerequisite. So I think what we all have to strive to achieve now is more about having a company that's like me. Because we buy from people we like. We make decisions based on information from people that we trust. And ultimately, that's what we need to get at. So I'll leave you with this. We just talked about one thing in the entire platform, that's social CRM. Those are all the other things that we do within the Pivotal platform. So do come and speak to us. And thank you very much. Okay. Thank you.